Welcome everyone to a new special bit. The one randoms of Silver Let's be it's movies and they need some photos and that's about
Hi, my name is Adam from Adam's Awesome Projects, and today in this video, what we're going to be doing is the Toy Soldiers of San Diego Dismounted Cavalry with Casualties. And this is related to the Battle of Gettysburg, which is the Civil War. And I have my Civil War hat that I got when I went to Gettysburg on my trip to Washington, D.C. with my 8th grade class. And this was back a long time ago in 2015. And I wanted to say, a while back when I used to be interested in military history, I used to collect a lot of Civil War figures before I stopped, and then I got back into them. And this kit actually has 12 figures and 2 officers, and the rest are dead men. So they're already pre-molded, and they don't have to be washed. So anyway, let's get straight into painting our figures right now. Now it's time to open up the bag and get our men out. So here they are. There's a lot of dead guys. 2 of these guys with guns and 2 other officers with 2 different pistols. Before we start painting the men, as I want to say that the Civil War, as always, most of you know, was a war between America versus America. And there are 2 different sides. There's the Unions and the Confederates. But they're still American soldiers. And since there's a total of 12 figures, I'm not going to make them all the same side. I want to make half of this Confederate and the other half is going to be the Unions. And that's going to be simple as that. Alright, so I finished up painting the Union soldiers, and they do look very nice. They are very good, and I really like the facial expressions, and what I also like is the way their bodies are positioned, because these 4 men are dead, and this guy is an officer, and he has 2 pistols, and other than that, they look really good, and I really recommend them. It's time for me now to paint the Confederates. Alright, so I finished painting the officers and the casualties, and now I'm going to show you what my Civil War figures look like. Here they are. These are the completed figures after painting, and I really like them. I really like the pistols, and I also like the way the officer looks. And what you're looking at around the figures are dead horses. If you want to make like your scenes in like your dioramas more realistic, these horses are made by BMC models, and I didn't make a video on them. I'm just showing that for demonstration purposes only. But anyway, I forgot to mention also that the Confederates, they didn't stay the same uniform. My dad says that they had different uniforms like desert yellow and jeans, and you can see on the Confederate officer, I didn't paint the top of his hat gray. I made it like a desert yellow. And this company, Toy Soldiers San Diego, they've been around for almost 8 years. They've been open since 2010, and I'm surprised about that. But I would highly recommend those figures for those who are into figure painting. And if you're a big fan of the Civil War, this should be going into your collection. And I'm excited to do a setup on these guys. That is the end of this model kit now. And these figures were pretty easy to paint, and they're really awesome. And they go in any diorama that you make on the Civil War. And those horses you saw in the previous shot when I was showing you the finished figures, that's actually by BMC Models. And they're just molded like dead horses, you know, like cavalry, you know, the men riding on horses. Keep in mind, those horses can actually make your scenes more realistic, so that way it can represent the soldiers that are on a horse first, and then all of a sudden they get shot, and then they fall off the horse and onto the ground. But, however, my collection of Civil War figures is not done yet. We're going to collect a couple more cavalry, I think, maybe the artillery or infantrymen. Depends on how much room I have in my bins. But, however, also, keep this in mind as well. I'm going to be doing a time-lapse of me setting up my figures in my new room that I'm going to be making this summer, so make sure you stay tuned for that video as well. And also, guys, if you really like the Civil War video, please like, share, don't forget to rate, favorite, and comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more Civil War videos coming your way as well. This is General Adam Grant. Peace out.